Stan again real quick? What is Stan? Do Stan again for me.
Stan is I think it's derived from our very own Eminem.
Oh.
Like a
right.
stan is a super fan.
Right. So I'm a stan of Journey. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a stan of Macuga being the Jeopardy host.
Yes, we love that. I love that as well. Steph Sabraw in the house. Welcome everybody to the Positivity Report here on a Thursday. So happy you're here. You guys can see her on Josh Birdie from last week, and you can double up because we're not going to do a Josh Birdie this week. I have to fly north to see family, and I thought somebody was coming in as a guest, and then I realized that she wasn't. So we couldn't book another show. So we get 2 weeks of Steph and Roxy. It's just amazing.
Can you believe it?
Can you?
Who knew it took me this long to get in this studio, and now I'm here.
Boom.
Mama, I made it.
And you know what? I've asked Roxy a few times. Roxy's been on virtually, but she lives literally in Connecticut.
Yeah,
it is
she really
so
does
far
in comparison to the Valley.
And now you're here as a fellow Valley dweller. Thanks for always repping hard.
I love the Valley. I'm never leaving this place.
818. I played golf with a guy, and it just said made in the 818, and then on the back it said 818 till I DIE, and I was like, all right, dude.
That is your area code of your phone.
Yeah.
What does that even mean, Basil?
Yeah. Pittsburgh is the 412, right, where I'm from, and there's a brand called 412, and they've made like the 412 sexy, right? It's pretty like I have a lot of their shirts. They're like the Supreme of Pittsburgh. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. But that's the brand.
It's
but
a brand.
A bit hypocritical of the 818 then.
Well, I mean, if 818 can do whatever they want to do,
they just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Well, there was like there's no like hip 818 store like on Van Nuys that people are hanging out. Yeah.
For those of you listening, if you want a new business adventure.
Boom. Because yesterday I tweeted out that I wanted to open a smoothie shop called the Smoothie Criminal or the Smoothie Operator. Right? It's a good pun.
Yes.
Solid pun.
Yes.
Right?
And I would go there just for the pun.
Correct.
Of it.
I mean, listen, if you're going to do a small business anywhere, better make it a pun.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. It's an instant winner, instant like endorphin raising, serotonin raising.
Sure.
What's
Give you
endorphin?
serotonin?
Science.
Yeah. I'm not a scientist. That's why I got the vaccine. I listened to the scientists. When they said get it, I said, okay, thank you.
That's you went to school for 20 years. I see.
I did 4.5 years at Penn State, and now I talk into a microphone. Okay.
I only made it to college because of sports, so.
I saw that. Way to go. Field hockey.
Yes.
I remember. Somehow. Listen, I don't know how the TikTok algorithm works. Yeah. All I know is that at nighttime when I'm looking for funny videos for this show, it's all boobs. It's all that I'm given is the boob videos. Like I don't know. It's like a dog, 7 boob videos. A dog, 7 boob videos. And then in the morning time, it's all happy kids and dogs. So clearly, a TikTok is like he needs to see boobs at night. I'm like, stop it. All I want to do is find a funny video. But in the midst of these boob videos, which Amanda's been like, what are you looking at? I'm like, I don't know. I'm scrolling past them.
I don't know.
It's all the same. It's just like, so, but there's this girl that's like awesome at field hockey. And I don't know her name, but she does like trick shots with a field hockey stick.
I want to find her.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think she plays in college right now. It's a college field hockey player, and she does like a.
Wow, it would have been game over if I had a TikTok in college.
See? Game over for us, like being canceled, as in like I just posted drunk videos. My parents like, you're out of college.
My God.
You're done.
Yeah.
You've
been binge drinking.
Correct. Every night.
With your tuition. Mm-hmm. That's what college is.
Uh-huh.
Are you worried about your daughter going to college?
Yes.
Okay. I would be too.
Nonstop. Yeah. It's like, because here's the thing. And I think it's a legitimate concern.
I agree.
She is part of, my DNA is in this girl. Okay. And we knew this was Amanda and I are the opposites attract, right?
Yep.
My wife, very reserved. I mean, lovely, amazing, one of the best human beings. But she doesn't party like I do. Like we go to parties, she has a glass of white wine, I jump off the roof into the pool. Right? Like that's
normal stuff.
Normal stuff, right? Had social media been around, because Facebook came out, that's how old I am. Facebook came out. And it was just part of colleges, if you remember, like at the beginning. You're so young. When did you go to high school? When did you graduate high school?
2011.
You graduated high school in 2011. Jesus H. Christ.
I'm here to check your age today, Josh.
Sure, you get this a lot with all those old heads that are constantly hosting shows that you know.
Age is just a number,
Yeah.
according to Aaliyah.
You made an Aaliyah reference? That's my era.
Aaliyah's an all-time era.
Work the middle. It's a terrible song, but it's sexy. It's
Ooh,
sexy.
Everything she did.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
That was like a sexual awakening for Josh Macuga.
That's good.
That era of MTV, like Aaliyah came on and I was like,
Woman.
am I supposed to feel this way? I don't think I've ever felt this way before. It was insane.
You had Aaliyah. We had Twilight Raw Edward. Like,
yeah.
we are not the same. I wish I had
Edward.
Aaliyah. Yeah, of course. Team Edward.
Yeah. What was the other guy's?
Jacob.
Jacob. He was the wolf, right?
Yeah, the wolf with the worst weave ever. He had the worst wig. It should have been criminal.
Oh man, a wolf weave. That's a good store idea. You want to look like a wolf for Halloween? Welcome to Wolf Weaves.
You're full of store ideas.
Thank you. Well, my one buddy replied with, I wanted to open a store called Planet of the Vapes. And I was like, I don't condone vaping, but I do condone that store name because that's
if you're
pretty
gonna
good.
vape,
Yeah.
let it be in the Planet.
Correct. Of the vapes.
Yes.
Right. And then you get like a vape that's shaped like a gorilla or like, whatever.
I would be stressed about vapes for your kid too.
Oh, yeah. No shit. Like, you can't smell them. Back in my day, I'd smoke a cigarette, cover myself in cologne. I'd come on, Mom, and be like, stop it. Just stop. I know what you're doing, you idiot. I was like, son of a bitch.
That smell does not go away.
Ever. Not off your hands, not off your clothes, never.
Did you smoke cigarettes a lot?
No. I tried to, but it was so cool. I was just trying to be a cool kid.
Wait, that's nice. So you don't have an addictive personality?
No.
That's really good.
No. Luckily enough. I mean, here's the thing is when we said it on the show, when I drink, I drink for sport, right? Like it's an aggressive move, and I understand that I rage against the dying of the light, thinking that drink is like the last drink I'm ever gonna get. I think that's like I have more of an obsessive personality, than I do have an addictive.
You commit.
Commit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Do you have a really good Macuga drunk story for me?
A really good one?
I just want one, just to start my Thursday off right.
Okay, here I'll give you a Josh Macuga drunk story. We're gonna get back to being scared of my daughter on social media,
Okay.
but okay. So in college,
Okay.
I did my study abroad in Rome, okay, and we went to we went to like a school sponsored field trip, okay. Like you had to sign up for these field trips, and they would take you to places in Italy, and it was like less expensive, and the tours were fun, and like you got to hang out with your college, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to Pompeii, which is the town outside Naples, or like near Naples, where the volcano erupted and then preserved everything in lava. Okay. Now close to that is the Amalfi Coast, which is gorgeous, and there's a town called Sorrento, and that's like the main hub of the Amalfi Coast. And as you go south, you get to like Positano and Amalfi and Salerno and that kind of stuff. So as like a reward, they were like, why don't we stay in Sorrento and then we'll take you to Pompeii the next day. So we get to Sorrento. I'm with like my 6 best friends from college. We all went to Italy together, which is a bad
Recipe
idea.
for disaster.
And we were all idiots, just morons. So we get to Sorrento and they're having a limoncello festival like in the town square. Now, I've never had limoncello. Nobody even in my family told me about it. Limoncello is like 100 proof lemonade.
Yeah, that will knock you out.
And it is delicious.
Yes,
And
it's candy.
It's amazing. Like they had limoncello popsicles, and they had limoncello, every different limoncello vendor. And I don't think there was anybody like checking tags. So everything was just like, we made it in our backyard. I'm like, well, I might as well try that. Boom, out cold. Just like, I don't remember anything.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember a thing.
In a foreign country.
In a foreign country, in like a shore town in
Not knowing the
February.
language.
So it's not even like on season.
Did you speak any of the language? Were you taking language courses?
Buongiorno.
Basta.
Sì, allora. That's it. Okay, so fast forward, I wake up in a car, in the back seat of a car. And it was kind of cold out, and one whole sleeve, a jacket and a sweater, gone. Just gone. The sleeve is gone. Okay? This sleeve is fine. This sleeve, gone. I'm like, uh-oh.
Like ripped from the part that it's sewn into?
Correct. Like I was sleeveless. Like I was Mark Ellis going to the gym or showing up on shows in front of cameras. That was me. Okay? I was like, oh, no. This is bad. So I'm in the back seat of a car, and I'm thinking to myself, it's got to be a taxi, right?
Oh, no.
So I just start honking a horn. I'm like, hello, taxi man, come take me back to my house. So
You're in the back of a random vehicle.
back of a random vehicle. So then I look down, and I am covered in blood. Like, there's blood everywhere.
Oh, my God.
So now I'm like, I got attacked. Like, this is bad. Like, this is real bad. Now I'm worried. I look out the window. It's like dawn, right? I'm like, oh, my God. I'm down at like a seaport. There is a ship, and they're unloading a ship. And I'm like, where am I?
Oh, my.
Now I'm like, my parents like
You're getting sold to a pirate ship?
Yeah, correct. I'm basically being like sold into pirate. I'm now a pirate. Like, put me and Jack Sparrow. Like, yar, I got it. So I try and get out of this taxi or car, and as soon as I put my leg on the ground, my body just collapsed. And I was like, broke my leg. This is bad. Okay.
Your leg was broken.
Hold on. We'll get to that.
Oh, no.
Ikaika, can we turn up the AC just a touch? I'm getting a little hot telling this story. It's bad. So.
Oh, it gets worse?
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, no. Let me buckle.
So I am, and I'll step away from the mic. Trey T goes, Josh got shanghaied. Okay, so I see these guys unloading this ship, and I see a taxi there and a guy standing outside of a taxi.
Okay.
So thank God I saw a sign that said like Sorrento. So I know I'm still in Sorrento. Where in Sorrento? It's a bigger city. I have no idea. Okay. So I am limping towards these guys unloading the ship, going like, planting my right leg, and my left leg is the one that's destroyed. I'm like, like screaming. I'm in so much pain, Steph. It's on another level. I'm like, they might have to
Even blacked out.
They
still,
might.
like,
I mean, drunk. They might have had to amputate my leg. I thought that's what was going to
They
happen.
would have given you the peg leg now that you've joined the pirate ship.
Correct. Like, oh, yeah, we finally got a peg leg.
Commitment.
And there's a peg leg guy up on the. He's like, no, I'm already the peg leg guy.
The guy.
I'm the guy. So as I'm screaming, walking towards this ship, everybody has stopped working, and they are watching this. I look like a zombie. We were just talking about The Walking Dead before you came. I look like The Walking Dead. Okay, I get to this guy in the taxi, and everybody on the ship is now watching or talking, and I was like, "Parlo inglese," and they were like, "No," and I was like, "Taxi, hotel." Like I knew the hotel's name, and he's like, "No, hospital," and I was like, "No, hotel," and he was like, "All right." So I get in this thing. He drives me like up this windy hill to the hotel. Now, let's remind you where I am. I am on a school-sponsored field trip.
Oh, no.
As I get to the hotel, everybody is exiting the hotel, about to go to Pompeii. And I walk in just like, okay? And everybody's like, holy shit. My best friends were like, what the? Oh, thank God we were staying the night in that hotel again, because everybody left from Pompeii and I had to stay at the hotel. Now, get up to the hotel room, take off all my clothes. There is a hole in my leg like that big.
Where? What do you
Like,
mean?
Right there. Right in my thigh.
Like it's an open gouge?
It's an open wound.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Like it's big. It's like the size of a golf ball. I can show you the scar. It's just in a very private area, and I don't think my wife would appreciate it.
I get that. I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need to see it. That's why I didn't get a tattoo when I moved over there. Like I wanted to get the Roman Legion on my forearm, like Russell Crowe, but I got a scar instead. So
even better.
Yeah. So I am in the shower, and I'm like, well, I've got tetanus or some sort of. I mean, this is bad. So I take a towel and I wrap it around my leg like I'm
tourniquet.
Correct, like a tourniquet. This is insane, Steph. Like it is bad.
And no teachers staying behind?
No,
to
they all
tend you?
left. They all left. Gone. I don't know. It's Italy. I don't care.
Wow, not in the millennial generation.
No.
We would have been like, "You're staying with me,
I know.
Teach."
Yeah. So I go back down to the lobby, and I'm still limping, and I was like, "Hello, I need a hospital."
Yeah,
And she
saying
was
it
like,
in the accent, I'm sure helps them
yeah,
understand.
it's like it's not even Italian English, right? It's just English with an accent. I'm basically making fun of Italian people like at a restaurant. It's bad. So this woman working the front desk calls her brother, and he comes and picks me up to take me to the hospital. Okay, he's like, I will wait for you. This is not looking good. And I was like, thank you. I gave him 40 euros. He's like, no. We are friendly here in Sorrento. You don't need to give us some money. And I was like, just take the fucking money. Please, it would just make me feel better if you take the money. He's like, okay, I take the money. So I go in this hospital in this shore town, and there's one person working in like a 2-room hospital, and there's just a woman on a bed screaming. And I was like, oh, God, this is where I die. This is where I die. So
It's getting worse and
yeah.
worse.
Oh, yeah. And again, I'm all alone. I'm in a foreign country. I've only been there like a month and a half. It's not great.
And that's the
It's not
age
good.
where you still feel like
Invincible.
shame.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
When
Just
you have a
shame.
hangover. It's
Correct.
just shame. You have
Absolute
no
shame.
idea what happened. You don't know how to conceptualize it.
And I'm starting to like form a couple memories. Like they're maybe coming back, and I'm like, oh, good. I got a lot of people to apologize to. Okay. So, doctor comes out, and I was like, parlo inglese. He's like, poke. And I was like, okay, listen, my leg. It's what I said. I just went like, and I had mesh shorts on, and I lifted up the shorts, and I undid the tourniquet, and the nurse goes, "Oh!" Like she yelled, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not good." And they asked, "How did it happen?" And I just said, "Limoncello," and they were like, ugh. So. Joey Pedris signs in the super chat. Here's 5 big ones for the story. Holy cow! Yeah,
Right?
I got you.
Right?
So, then I was like, it's broken. I was like, and the doctor's like, So he takes me. He first of all he cleans out the wound, and no anesthetic, stitches it up. One of the most painful things I've ever had to do in my life, and yeah. So, stitches up, does an x-ray. It's not broken. It's just, he's like, it's a very bad was all I got, right?
So was that the injury you were feeling, the hole in your leg, or was it like a bone thing?
No, I think the hole in my leg hit like something. So here's what happened as memories are starting to come back. And I still only have about, whatever. I tried to jump. My buddy tells me I tried to jump a fence because I was convinced that I was going to swim in the Mediterranean. Right? Again, it's February. The water is freezing. It's cold outside, and I am on limoncello. They should really put a disclaimer on limoncello, like this is too good. Be careful.
You will black out.
This is really
hole
bad.
in leg.
Yeah, it all hit me real quick, and anyway. To this day, I'm like I got right. So.
Can you?
So they stitch me up, do all the kind of things, whatever. I have trouble walking for weeks. Now, the memory starts coming back. I tried to jump a fence to get to the water where that ship eventually came in, right? And the metal part of the fence went into my leg. That's what I remember. Yeah. And that's
You like Sir Lancelot your own leg?
my own
Just
leg.
jousted. Oh my. If I was your mom.
Yeah, I know. She never really found out about it until about 7 years later. Now, as my friends come back from the trip to Pompeii, okay, they come in the room and I'm just like passed out. They gave me some Italian pain meds that I don't know what they were, but they were on another planet. It was unreal. And I'm sitting there and I've got this like stitches in my leg, and my buddies come in and they're like, "Dude, do we have a story for you?" And I was like, "Wait a second, let me tell you mine." So apparently what happened was we are drinking this limoncello. Then we get to a bar and there's a squatter keg of limoncello on the bar, okay? And the spout to the limoncello is not at the bartender, it's to us. And I'm just taking a beer glass, I'm just filling with limoncello, like, bam, stat. And they said that I did tried to jump over a car, like in the street. then tried to jump through the car. The guy got out and tried to fight me. Okay, this is all bad. It's not. Like, I'm not condoning my behavior.
Were you the era of Jackass?
I mean, yeah, but I wasn't like a Jackass fan. It was
that
just
was just like self-inspired.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Then we get to this
Wondering
other
what you-
bar, and there's two people playing acoustic guitar, and I'm just in the back going, Journey! Play Journey! And my buddy's like, you got to go. I'm like, you're right. I'm out. And as I leave, I was like, went to the two musicians, and I was like, when I come back, you guys are going to go play Journey. And the guy said in broken English, get the fuck out. I was like, all right. Yeah, okay, got it. Thanks, man. No doubt. And then my buddy said, he's like, you found a flight of stairs and you were convinced you were going to go to the water and we just let you go. And so that's guy friends versus girlfriends.
Wow, never. This is how people die on study abroad trips.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, there was
by
a guardian
going to
angel.
the water.
At some place, there was a guardian angel that was like, let's just put him in this Trey T.
Let's
I love
get him
him
into
so
a
much.
pirate ship.
Yeah.
Josh?
Jan Paul R says, sometimes we wonder how you got the nickname The Wild Man. And then we hear stories and we just nod. It to this day. I mean, I've told this story on stage and stand up with like a lot more, obviously, artistic or, flair.
I mean, that was art if I've ever heard it. That was riveting from start to finish. There were so many plot points, Josh, so many injuries. And at the end of the day, boyfriends, guy friends suck.
They're not the best. Because here's the thing. Once you get to that point of intoxication, all your friends are like, he'll be fine. Yeah. Because in college, they called me the carrier pigeon because eventually I'd just make my way home. Like I would disappear and then I would just like wake up on bed and I'd be like, all right, time to go to class. I did fine in college. I did well. But that's what scares the crap out of me is Rosie has this in her.
Back to Rosie.
She has this in her.
50%.
Okay? I want her to be Amanda so bad. Please be Amanda. Because here's the thing. If social media had been around in college, I would have tried everything humanly possible to try and be on like Barstool Sports or Total Frat Move or whatever. I'm like, I got a chainsaw, a shopping cart, $60 and a pile of leaves. Let's get on. I was such an idiot. I was so stupid. I was so dumb.
Oh, man. And your wife is the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have a 50% chance of having a daughter that doesn't turn out like you.
It's true.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you'll be able, luckily there's like years that go by. So if you see a certain Macuga quality coming out.
Squash.
No.
Squash it. Don't be like Dad. I've done everything. Listen, you cannot get away with lies with me because I have done it all. I've lied to my parents. As my mom said, they were on the old Between the Sheets way back in the day. I had my parents on as guests, and my mom was like, we were talking, and I said, what do you think was the hardest part about raising me as a kid? Because I got good grades, straight A's across all the board, but as soon as school was out, it was just like, you know what I mean? Like it was a lot. So my mom was like, well, you were just a liar. My dad was like, Deb, he's probably right. Yeah. So.
Is it because your parents were strict?
No, they weren't that strict. They were strict enough. I mean, I had a curfew. I grew up very Catholic, but
Me too.
My dad was kind of a wild man. But they weren't not strict.
Oh yeah, my parents are strict, and I love them, but they're so lame.
Yeah,
like they've been lame. Like they never had.
Don't talk about your mom and dad. I'm sure they're amazing.
They're the best, the coolest in so many ways. But I'm talking about like, go get your freak on, mom and dad. Let's hit the streets. We're okay. We're okay. We're going to sit in with the family because there's nothing like family. Just over and over. Okay.
Okay. What were you like in high school and college?
I was pretty wild.
Yeah.
But never like that because as a woman, we just can't.
Yeah, that's
just
terrifying.
cannot afford to do that. But I've had some pretty bad drunken stories, but nothing on that scale. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Did you drink in high school?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, me too. When you were introduced to alcohol young and because there's a lot of people that get to college, lose their minds because their parents, they grew up so strict that finally, the chains are off.
Yes.
Then it's...
No, I know so many people that would just be the ones at the frat party blacked out. Oh, I did black out, but I wasn't at the frat party all night. I went
Be
home.
careful.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, go home.
Yes.
Go home.
Right.
I was with the athletes mostly. I wasn't really with the frat guys, but I saw all of those people who didn't drink much in high school, and I'm like, oh, see, this training prepared me well.
All of it is introduced. All the drugs, all the alcohol is introduced to you in college. And if you don't have like a solid foundation, a solid like parental things, be like, hey, these things are going to be introduced to you. We can't ignore the fact that they exist. I mean, this weekend was really tough for the comedy community. We lost somebody because they did bad cocaine at a party, and that is happening way more often. And you just got to be. Listen, you can't condone drug use at all, but it's going to happen. So you need to warn people, be very careful.
Yeah, especially nowadays with that specifically, there is a massive uprise in fentanyl, and it's laced in almost everything. So I agree. Like I know so many people who do drugs casually, recreationally, but if you're not 100% positive of where it's from, don't do it.
You gotta, because that's the thing, is your kids are going to go to parties if they're a social. And there's going to be things that are put in front of them that they have to know will ruin their lives or possibly kill them. If you ignore that situation, it's like sex. If you ignore that it happens, things can happen. And you set the foundation of education, right? Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is stupidity. It's telling your kids and figuring out that nice balance of like, hey, if you're in a situation where you're not comfortable, call me or call a friend. No questions asked.
That's what my parents did. They were so strict, but they always said, if you drank even a sip, we will not get mad at all. Just call and say, I need a ride.
Sure.
No questions asked. And I really respected that because I was scared of them knowing if I drank. But I did do that a few times because it's not worth it. And they never said anything.
See? It's the trust in your kids. It's not shaming them. It's the trust in them. And that's really what I want to get across to Rosie. Is like, listen, you don't have to be like your dad. He was an idiot. Okay.
Idiot.
Idiot.
I know smart Rosie.
Break. It's broken.
Whole leg.
I was like, I just ruined my whole study abroad. I broke my leg getting drunk on limoncello like an absolute moron. Right?
But the story rocks.
The story is pretty crazy. We got a couple super chats. The Chic Femme says the story is amazing. Hangover who? Yeah, The Hangover is good.
When you're young.
No, we're talking about the movie. The Hangover is good. And they do Insanity. Like, that's crazy.
That's murder.
That's not, Mine, this is legit true. I still think about those dudes that were working on that ship. And they, I just drove off in the taxi and they're both like, I hope he lives.
Oh my God.
You imagine, okay, so from I would say a solid city block, I am walking with a limp and screaming at the top of my lungs.
Wow. Can I tell you the reverse woman college story of that I've had of wandering?
Wait, one more super chat. Let me just get it. So happy to see Steph on the show today. A welcome distraction at work. I have 9 employees out at work due to COVID contact because none of them were vaccinated. Hope everyone has a great day. Guys, listen to scientists and get vaccinated. I saw TikTok. Again, the only reason I go on TikTok is to find videos for this show. Somehow, I get a lot. Anyway, very funny videos. Sometimes I don't know what this website is. But I saw one that was guys like, if you could go back and tell yourself something before you got into school, what would you tell yourself? And they'd be like, da-da-da-da-da. He went through all of the things he had studied. He's like, and yet somebody on social media just told me I'm wrong, and those people get listened to more than I do. And I'm like, it sucks. It's
unbelievable. You should if you should go on TikTok, at least when you're home, you should be a TikTok dad.
TikTok dad.
Their TikTok
dad
parents are lit. Like you haven't seen this sector of TikTok?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I love it. How do you feel like it's kind of exposing your child too much?
No, I mean we post little pictures of her and do all that kind of stuff, but
when she starts talking.
Yeah, when she starts talking. I mean, like if she does some really funny stuff, now she's just like
she's going to if you're her father.
Yeah.
She's gonna start at the moment she starts talking. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, she speaks.
This is hysterical. Yeah. Because Amanda's pretty funny, too. I mean, her vows were funnier than mine at our wedding.
Really?
I was like, I didn't want to show her up. No, I'm kidding. Hers are just really good. They were just very, very good. All right, so opposite stuff.
Opposite
in college.
Woman story. Okay, so I was out. It was mojito night.
Oh, yeah.
And you got pictures of mojitos. And we had done this before. But this time was different. And I'm pretty sure I was roofied. But again, a TikTok video I saw where a guy has created a drink cover, like an elastic drink cover, and has a straw hole so you can put a straw as to block people from putting. Roofing?
Imagine that's something we have to invent. You psychos, you sociopaths. What is wrong with you people?
Can I drink my mojito skeets in peace?
God.
Jeez.
As a bartender, I hated making mojitos, but I love drinking them.
Well, yeah, I know. They are so delicious.
Ask Mark Ellis where not to get a mojito, and he will answer Buffalo Wild Wings, which is totally on Mark Ellis that he ordered a mojito on an NFL Sunday at Buffalo Wild Wings. Continue with your story.
So. He usually is like a Bud Light.
Yeah, Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Bud Light.
My
Miller
bad, Mark.
Light. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm like, oh, I don't feel normal.
Mojito.
And one thing happens and I'm blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
So I decide to take myself home.
Mm-hmm.
So I only lived a mile. I was at UC Davis. It's a very actually safe
I
town.
love that campus.
Love it. Oh my gosh. Best
What's that
experience.
sandwich spot that everybody goes to?
Oh,
It's like the little Italian deli.
yes.
It's kind of on campus. I've been there.
I don't remember.
I shot a
the
portion
name.
of a Travel Channel show in UC Davis.
I love Davis.
You can major in
Go
wine
Axe.
at Davis.
I know. Which, you have to take like 5 chemistry classes. It's no joke.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's
So,
why
anyways, I'm at this point, I start to walk home, but I'm still a little coherent, but it's different because I look up and I cannot read. And I register that I can't read. And I'm like, oh, something happened. So I'm calling my friend, and I realize I'm like an hour, and it should have taken me 10 minutes to get home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know where I am. I can't read the signs. She's like, where are you? I was like, I can't read the signs. And I keep walking. Like 2 hours pass. It's like 3 a.m.
That's
now.
a mile.
Yeah. I find myself a location. And somehow I come to Jesus, and I call someone else, and I go, oh, I'm going to drop you my PIN. Thank God Apple had just started dropping
that's
pins.
a big thing.
Big thing.
The pin is huge.
Huge. It saved my life because I sent her the pin. She goes to my location. Where does she find me? In like this arboretum
Oh, nice.
next to an entire homeless camp, sleeping with them on the ground with my thong out and my whole butt crack out. Like the whole
Stefania.
rolled me into the car, and then I had like 9 a.m. Conditioning practice in the morning.
For field hockey.
Yeah, I'm just like projectile vomiting. No one has any idea. I'm like, hey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you played field hockey at UC Davis.
Yeah.
Were you in a sorority?
For 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Alpha Phi.
Oh, we had Alpha Phi at Penn State.
Yeah.
And we had every sorority.
All
They
the
all get
athletes, like the athletes I was friends with, did Alpha Phi if they were
Okay.
in it. And so you know how sororities compete in like intramural sports?
You guys.
Dominated.
Yeah. Destruction. Yeah. I mean, I didn't play college sports. I could have. I got recruited to swim at different places, but I was tired of swimming. I was just over it.
Swimming's like you wake up at 4 a.m.
the worst.
sport. It's the worst.
It is the worst. It's 100% the worst. My biggest fear in life is that Rosie is fast, like I was when I was a kid, and she wants to swim, and I'm like, what? No, please.
Because then you'll have to take her
Correct.
swim parents.
And sit in meets. My dad rarely went to swim meets. He was like, I'm the basketball coach. I'm going to coach your brother. Your mom's goes to swim meets, right? My poor parents would have to sit at a swim meet for hours and see me swim for like all of 8 minutes total over like a 7-hour day.
No, not worth it.
Brutal.
Totally
Totally brutal.
Only thing, I don't know. At least water polo is more entertaining, but they're just drowning each other underwater.
They're kicking and scratching. And it's a violent sport.
I-
And it all takes place underwater. Up top, it just looks like a lot of splashing.
Yeah.
Underneath, it's World War II under there. It is. I mean, they sharpen their toenails to scratch people. It's intense. I did not like water polo.
Really scary.
Yeah. I was. Yeah. Just put me in the lane. I go back and forth.
No.
But in high school, this is again, dumb over here. Okay. In high school, our coach every Friday would say, if anybody can swim underwater 75 yards, which is, high school pools are 25 yards long. So if you have to go back like 3 times, okay? If you do that, we won't have Saturday morning practice. And Saturday morning practice was 4 hours. Like it was, you had 2.5 hours in the pool, an hour outside, 30 minutes of weights. And then if you wanted to get back in the pool for warm down, you could. 4 hours. And my best friend's parents were going out of town that weekend, and I was like, there's no way we're doing Saturday morning practice. I'm partying all friggin' weekend. Like, we are getting after it. So I had tried multiple times, and the most I'd made it was like a 50 plus like maybe 5 or 6 yards, and I was like, can't do it. So all of practice, I'm thinking about it. All of practice. And so coach is like, it's on the table, and nobody's taking it. I was like, I'm doing it. I got it. whole team's like, he's got this is going to be the time, because a lot of the guys on the team knew like what was going on. Like they're like, he wants to party all week and he doesn't shut up about it all week. This is going to happen. So dive in, go back and forth. I'm at the 50 and I push off after the 50 and I'm like, I'm gonna make it. I am gonna friggin' make it. So I am like, I can see the wall, Steph. I'm like your drunk story is like, I can't really read it. I think I'm black. And I got to the wall. Like I remember grabbing it and my buddy, they had to pull me out.
No.
Because I almost drowned. Like I blacked out. Like I passed out from lack of oxygen.
For the love of the party.
For the love of the party. And they pulled me out. They're like, ah! And I was like, yeah! Like, you ever, like, I drowned. I basically drowned. My coach is like, all right, we're not doing that anymore. Macuga, God, like you could have gotten, you would have died. And I'm like, we did it. No Saturday morning, baby. I swear to God, I mean, it was.
Yo,
yeah.
You were an icon.
An icon. Like, put my up on the board. Let's go.
Oh my! I would have lifted you out and done the
Habanagila.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yep.
You're a team player. You're a
team
player.
sports.
Yeah.
Team sports. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
I get it. I always was very interested in field hockey because the like I get lacrosse.
Because the butts. Our butts were nice.
That's not where I was going, but sure.
No.
No, more in the sport. Like I would watch the sport and be
It's a
kind of
weird
confused
sport.
by it.
I think it's
Because
very
you can't
similar
launch
to like,
the ball up, right? It has to stay on the ground.
You can if no one's like directly in front of you, or if you're shooting at the cage and no one's there. But it's a weird sport. I feel like it's a mixture of broom flying and like vacuum cleaning. I'm telling you, it's so weird.
Have you said that before?
No.
Because that's really funny. It's
like,
very, very good. They should put that on like all field hockey. Like, you guys want to get into field hockey? It's a mix between broom flying and vacuum
You
cleaning.
like witchcraft? I got the sport for you. You like big thighs that are like way overpowering and you're going to have bigger thighs than every guy that you like? I got the sport for you. That's field hockey. And like you're hoveled over. It's the most unattractive position. Babe, did you see me? You're like moving your hands.
And you're just vacuuming a turf field, basically.
And our shin guards went up to our right under our knee,
Yeah.
and I get really dark in the sun. So for even the year after I graduated, had white shins.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I was a lifeguard in the summertime. And I'm, Italian, so I get very dark in the sun too. Like I go to the beach and I'm, my poor wife is so white. She hates the beach. She hates the sun. Wears those like gigantic hats under a tent at the beach, and I'm out. Like I don't think that my mom put suntan lotion on us when I was a kid. I think she made us like,
oh, because Italians are like spicy whites. Like it's different.
Oh, did you just make that up? Because I like that.
No, I think Italians and Jews are spicy whites.
Spicy whites. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're kind of the same people.
Yeah.
Our Mediterranean, and our parents are insane.
Yeah.
So, so when I was in the summertime, I was a lifeguard, right? And so you had to wear, like long lifeguard shorts. I mean, I wasn't wearing a Speedo to the pool, but then when I would have to race in the summertime, I'd have a Speedo on, and I looked like Neapolitan ice cream because I had these dark calves and feet, white thighs, and then a red bathing suit. And like the first time I got up on the
pulled women.
I got up on the blocks, and you hear this like cackle amongst the people, and even my mom's like, "Ooh, ooh, uh-oh."
That's my son.
He looks like ice cream. Those pasty white thighs and those dark calves. I mean, it was, and there was like, a line. It wasn't like it faded in between, just a straight line.
It was like territory.
You can kind of see. I get a bit of a farmer's tan.
Were
but
you confident growing up?
Yeah, I think so.
So like that didn't really bug you that much?
No, I just made a joke about it.
Good.
Right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
comedy. I know. We laugh at our struggles.
Our stupidity.
Yeah. The
idiocies.
darkest things. I'm like, ha. Yeah, that happened.
Laugh through it. Everything is fine. Just keep laughing. Everything is gonna be okay.
Yeah, I keep smiling.
So wait a second. Go back to the butts thing. Is that that is a field hockey trait, or did you have to do a lot of squats or something?
Yes, because we're in a squat essentially the entire sport.
Oh.
So my thighs and butt, and most butts were pretty big. It's like volleyball. I think we're the most similar, other than them being 20 inches taller than us.
I was going to say they are very tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more
Okay.
elongated.
I did not know that because you learn. I mean, I didn't know that in wrestling because a bunch of my buddies in high school wrestled that they do squats nonstop because half the sport is your
and
legs.
the squat. Also, the ear thing is crazy.
Yeah, that's creepy.
That's reason enough not to do the sport. Sorry.
Like if your ear turns into a cauliflower, maybe we think about doing something else.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I mean, it is a cool sport to watch, but they're just like people just ripping at your ears. And then I was told, my one buddy's like, basically what we were trying to do is like hurt your balls without actually like punching you in the balls. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
That's
when they
the
do
sport?
the
Yeah, like stop doing that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And then
way
all
to
they're doing all day long is eating lifesavers to like cut weight.
Yeah. I know. I watched a documentary on a wrestler. He would like ration a power bar, so half, and then half after his workout, and then work out in trash bags so that too much.
That's a lot. I was eating like 2 breakfast sandwiches a day, just burning it
For
all in the
not football
pool.
or basketball sports that bring in the
Millions.
dinero, that's worth it, I think. Well, the head injury might not be either,
Yeah.
but I can rationalize that.
That was the thing I always told my parents because I wasn't going to get a full ride to any college I went to. I was like, I can't go pro in swimming. There's no point in me doing this anymore.
Smart.
Right? And I'm not Michael Phelps. There was only one, and swimmers make some money, like the really good ones, Katie Ledecky, I'm sure. Some like the major names, Caleb Dressel from each Olympics. But that's once every 4 years. They don't get all of those endorsements all year long.
No. And that's like 5 people
Yes.
in the world. 5.
Yeah. So a sport like field hockey, well, I mean, where can you make money? You can't.
No, you
right?
can't.
Right.
You really can't. Because there was like a moment where I was like, do I want to commit to training? Because I was training with the Olympic team in high school.
See?
And
That's
no.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you were that good.
Really? Yeah, especially for a West Coast player. Because
Okay.
East Coast players started,
Yeah.
I started soccer at like 4 years old.
Okay.
That's East Coast field hockey. I didn't start field hockey till I was in 9th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got good quick.
Yeah. But it was a similar
Dude, hit
sport.
that. That's dope.
Thanks.
I like that. See, that's sick. That is a cool thing. Was it cool when you like figured out you were good? Did you like take to it right away?
Yeah, well, okay, I was always pretty good, but I think when I got to junior and senior year of college and I was like swagging out, that was way more fun because
Swagging out, she said.
I was scared. I went through a phase where I was like wanted to be cool and was scared to try too hard. So I limited myself, and then I don't do that anymore. Now I'm like I will embarrass myself to try.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about that.
Yeah. I think that's one of the hardest parts of high school or like you try to be so cool, and that was never me. I was never the dude that was trying to be cool. Like
That's dope.
I just try. I don't know. I think I've got like that loud, boisterous personality that keeps me from that. You know?
I was loud and like expressive, but when it came to stuff that schoolwork or field hockey, like something that I could be graded against my peers again, I was like, I don't want to look like I tried too hard if I don't outdo everyone.
It's like people that raise their hand in class kind of a thing.
Yeah. But I cut that out, and I suggest everyone cuts that out because no one's opinions of you matters.
Correct.
And it is actually cool to try. When I
Listen.
see people really trying, I'm like, get it.
Yeah. Try. Put it on the table, as they say. Put it on a pillow. Because the fact that, and then you chased it all the way to college is pretty effing awesome.
Yeah.
Were you like unranked in do you know what I mean? Like, did they focus you on like in a field hockey magazine, or were people?
They didn't do. I got like all conference and those types of things, but field
That's
hockey is
awesome.
so not the.
But there's got to be like a field hockey website or something that's like you got to look out for Steph Sabraw.
Oh
She's gonna
yeah,
rip your
maybe.
day
Yeah,
up.
maybe. I'm sure, but I'm sure it's getting bigger now. But at the time, there's only 4 D1 schools in California.
So Davis.
Stanford,
Okay. Makes sense.
Berkeley,
Okay.
and University of Pacific in Stockton.
Okay. So all northern
Yes,
California
all
as
NorCal.
well. Because like my cousins grew up in Philadelphia, which is a field hockey hotbed.
Huge, yeah.
Field hockey and women's lacrosse as well.
We played at, I think it was UPenn
Yeah.
or Penn State. They were so good. It was like, shit.
Penn State had a good team. I mean, Penn State's gigantic. That's where I went to school. We got 50,000 undergraduate students. It's gigantic.
And I feel like when you play in the cold, you're built different. Like, they were way tougher than me. I'm like, I've been playing in 90-degree weather.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
We came out to California. I was a freshman in high school. My uncle had lived out here since the 70s. And we went to the campus of Pepperdine. And I was like, I'm going here. I'm going here. This is where I'm going to school. And my mom and dad were like, get back in the car and shut up. You're going to Penn State. That's where you're going. Okay? You're not coming here. We know what you're going to do here. I was like, I'm buying a fucking surfboard, and I'm surfing every freaking day. It's going to be awesome.
Gnarly.
Nope. I went to Penn State where all of our sidewalks are heated because it snows so much. And they have to
I
melt.
don't know if you would have liked Pepperdine.
Why
It's
is
kind
that?
of I heard they're like a goody two-shoe type school because it's a dry campus.
Pretty. Oh, well. Yeah, that might be a tough one. Yeah, for my college experience.
You were like, oh, I'm a goody two-shoe, not bad. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, dry campus? That's that.
well,
Nope.
No.
Well, that's the other thing too is you don't realize, and what they're not going to tell you on a college tour because they're going to sell you on Pepperdine is there's no like bars in Malibu for you to go to that are close to Pepperdine that you could walk to.
No.
So if the campus is dry and you don't have a car, what are you doing? College is okay. College is when you find yourself. Okay, and I don't know if you can find yourself in that situation.
No, because you gotta embarrass yourself.
Gotta.
You gotta do some stupid things.
Yeah.
Gotta try some limoncellos.
Mm-hmm.
All of that, or else you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. GPACharity, the Hawaiian.
I mean,
Prince
we
of
had a
Islands.
bar on campus.
See,
That was great.
he went to Hawaii.
Oh,
Talk
man.
about a school I would have.
That's
failed
a
out
flex. That's like you really thought about your future. Like if I had
Yeah.
thought right for me, I would have said I would have done college in Hawaii.
Of. Yeah. Yeah.
I picked Davis with cows. I loved the cows, but like
Davis is cool.
I love Davis.
It's like real close to Sacramento.
And SF. I was in
Yeah.
the Bay Area the whole
Oh,
time. I
that's
feel
awesome.
like Bay Area is my favorite part in the world.
Of California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which California?
But you grew up in San Diego.
Yeah. I can't stand San Diego.
All the way. Yeah, I don't sometimes I think the broy nature of San Diego doesn't flex with you well.
No.
See, I used flex, guys.
Hey!
Hey, yo, strong flex.
Swag daddy.
Hey, oh, I will take that. Bing. Yes. Hey, oh, did you see this thing? That's
Look at
not-
Josh.
Come on.
Come
I
on.
was told before the show that it's called cap. And it's either full cap or no cap. And full cap is like he's lying. No cap is he's
He's not. No cap. I'm really enjoying my time here. No cap.
oh, so that's no lie.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Back in my day it was no lie. No lie.
No lie.
No lie. This has been fun.
really.
I enjoy your stuff. Let's do some videos that make me smile and then we can end the program. Steph, I love cows, Sabraw. I love the cows. All right, watch. So this is basically to the point where we're getting well, not yet. She's still a very happy baby. I think once she gets to this age, is like the only reason this kid is happy is if he carries around a spatula.
It's
Yeah.
the little things.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't know how strong a baby is until you give them something that they refuse to take out of their hands. Babies' hands are on another. It's unbelievable. She's only 6 months. Okay, she likes these. There's like measuring cups. For some reason, Amanda gave her these measuring cups that we use to measure things, and she is like, "You take those measuring cups out of my hand, I will rip your face off."
Like all the concentrated
Yes.
power just
Oh
goes
my
to the
God.
fist.
And then you try to put clothes on them. See how like his wet everywhere?
Yeah.
That's they just drool all of the time.
See, babies are like puppies and dogs, though. Like, you get them the expensive toy, and then they take something
Correct.
that's like a tissue.
Yep.
And you didn't have to pay for anything.
I bought Rosie because I want Rosie. I love golf. It's my favorite sport. It's my only hobby, and I want Rosie to play golf so we can do like daddy-daughter days is on the golf course, and we get to have that together for the rest of our lives, right?
Cute.
And so I bought her a little pink golf grip, okay, like a little pink and black golf
Adorable.
grip, so she can just hold it and know what it feels like. And she takes it and just goes like. She loves it, and Amanda's like, "Look how much she loves the golf grip." I was like, "I am starting."
A golfer she will be.
I have a little golf mat out in the backyard, and I put her on her little bumbo chair, and I sit her out there, and she just watches me hit golf balls for like 30, 45, almost to an hour, depending on the heat. Once her little cheeks start getting red, you got to bring her in. She lives for it. Like every time I hit a ball, she just goes like,
Aw.
yeah, it's super
That's amazing that you've somehow found a connection with your daughter that also makes you happy.
cute. I know. Well, I planned this.
Sit back and watch, daughter.
We found out Amanda was pregnant, and we were having a baby. She was like, "What do you want, a boy or girl?" And I immediately said girl. Immediately said
Girl dad.
Girl dad. Okay? Because I know what it's like to raise a boy. It is terror. Because I was that. Okay? Now listen, I know that I'm only 6 months in, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing the ups and downs of raising a daughter. listen, if I end up in prison for killing a boy that is mean to her, that happens.
It's worth
and
it.
I'm just putting that out on the table.
My dad's the same way.
Right?
Same
like a
way.
boy, she comes home crying. She's like, Sam was mean to me. I was like, where does Sam live and what are his parents' names? Because I will go there.
Simple. It's
Not-
simple.
I will talk to the parents. Be like, listen, let's be on the same page here. Let's get both sides of the story.
What's wrong with your son?
What is wrong?
See, you went golfing with Rosie. I had my hunter's license at 8
Get
years
out of
old.
here.
My dad had us shooting guns at like 4.
That is insane, but hilarious. Well, like shotguns, like shooting skeet and stuff, or like rifles, pistols, everything.
All of it.
Damn.
All of it. But at least we took a hunter safety
Yeah, of course.
course.
You have to.
We were very, very strict. He was,
Oh.
as he should have been, about
Correct.
like everything locked up. We knew exactly where the safety was, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my hunting license because you can't get your hunting license in Pennsylvania until you're 12.
Oh.
So I took the hunter safety course and I got my hunter's license. I killed a deer and I cried. And
Oh
I
my
felt-
God, no! I would never. I haven't
felt
done
really
big
bad
game.
about
no,
it.
I haven't done big game.
But-
I've actually never killed a bird. He does only bird hunting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to go like a duck or a goose or something.
I think you'd really dove hunting, especially because they're overpopulated. It's actually good population control, and there's like a limit. And a lot of hunters are actually really respectful of
Oh,
nature.
of course, yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that, but they are. So that one, I think you would enjoy.
Yeah, I think I would too. I love shooting shotguns and shooting skeet and like the pull and it's
Orange
super
County
fun.
must have a few areas, I feel like, or LA does it.
LA's got a gun club like right down the street, but I don't think it
LA
has
is further.
skeet.
Yeah. Okay.
There's one up in Santa Clarita. I know,
Oh, that's what I'm thinking, not Orange County.
and I've done the one where Keanu trains for John Wick.
No way.
It's cool. Yeah, I did it for it was a collider thing back in the day.
I want to do
It
that.
was pretty fun. And then me and Mark Ellis did. Have you ever done like a tack shooting? It's like the little plastic BBs that you get hit with. They're like paintballs, but they hurt more.
No.
We did that for the DVD release of Central Intelligence with The Rock and Kevin
Oh
Hart.
my God.
And I got clipped bare skin because like a little piece of my skin showed, and I had a welt for like 3 weeks. Legitimately, I was intense.
The most I'll do is paintball. That hurts.
That
still.
hurts a ton.
Yeah, it does. When it doesn't pop.
Oof. All right, what's next, Ikeka? All right, watch. Okay, see if you can see it at first. Can you see it? Do you see it?
No.
Okay, you ready? When your landlord doesn't allow pets, you ready? There it is. Look, do you see him?
No.
Okay, try it again. All right, let's see if you can. If you
I
can
hate
catch.
when I can't do this.
Okay, you can catch
Okay,
it.
okay.
Okay. All right, just look for an open mouth. You see it?
Oh my gosh! Oh, it looks like Weasel.
I know it does. It's like, I mean, it's so the camouflage is
Oh my
unbelievable,
God.
and she's not even moving, or he's not even moving.
No.
Yeah, awesome.
Wow.
Yep. All right, what's next? Ikeka?
Good eye.
Yeah. All right, watch this. You got to turn up the sound for this one.
No.
Your dad's the principal. You just got schooled.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. How-
Wait till he comes in.
Not Pooh Bear. Not Pooh Bear. Oh no.
This is so good. This is why my mom was a teacher and did not take a job in our district for this very reason.
That is.
Yeah.
Okay, do you
Hey,
think
Pooh
they're
Bear.
all in on this?
Well, I mean, clearly everybody's laughing about it. It's super funny. But if your dad's the principal, that's a tough look.
If my dad's calling me Pooh Bear ever, but in public,
That's a tough one. It's a tough one.
wow,
We
kind
got-
of iconic.
Yeah,
Kind of iconic.
It's pretty sick. It's a dope move. It's really good. Ikeka, what's next? We got a couple more, right? I watched. This is the.
What are you talking about? 117.
Oh,
Will you mind your own business? I'm grabbing water.
No, you're not. No, I don't know if this was staged or planned, or if they like practice for this, but that's hilarious.
yeah, that is hilarious.
That's your bourbon glass.
Bourbon at 3 p.m. Still early,
The
but
pandemic
I
has
respect
taken it
Yeah,
out on
yeah,
us
yeah.
a little bit.
100%.
Maybe he works early. Or maybe
No.
he just drinks on Zoom. I don't know.
It changed my view of casual drinking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Once Amanda got pregnant, we really had to rein it in. 'Cause, I mean, that first part of the pandemic, we're like, you want to go for a walk? Better pour a gallon of vodka. Whoops a daisy.
This is not a coffee tumbler.
No.
This is an alcohol
This has
tumbler.
vodka cranberry in it, and I brought 2 of them. All right, we got one more? Yeah, this is his wife's in labor, and he bottle services apple juice.
Yes!
This is pretty funny. Look at him twerk.
Yes, come on, bottle service. That is the kind of husband service I'm looking for. Yes, bring the show to your wifey.
I went down to the cafeteria because we spent 2 days in the hospital, and I went down to the cafeteria and brought back like every single cookie that they offered, and Amanda was like, "Thank you, God."
Good hubby, good hubby.
Gotta do it. You gotta do anything to entertain while in the hospital room because it is a dead and lonely. That's the wrong word. It is just there's just not a lot to do. You're in a tiny room, and during COVID, you can't really leave and like hang out anywhere. You know?
Yeah,
it's tough.
I forget you have a COVID baby.
And we're just hanging with the baby, and she's sleeping most of the time, and my wife is postpartum, which is so difficult, and I'm just sitting there like, I'll watch this 8-inch television because the Wi-Fi is terrible in hospitals.
You don't have a hotspot.
Do I look rich?
Oh, you don't got a hotspot?
Dad swag. You ain't got no hotspot.
Dad swag deleted.
Yeah,
Loser.
no more of these.
It probably wouldn't even work in there. No, hospitals are like they
cut off your everything.
Alive dead zones. Yeah, they cut it off.
Steph Sabraw, the Positivity Report. Thank you everybody for joining us here today. GPACharity, thanks for the great work on the ones and twos. If we've learned anything today here on the Positivity Report, it's don't drink limoncello to excess.
Yes.
Be careful with the limoncello. You've learned anything from my horrific stories?
A sip here, a sip there.
Yeah. And
no beer glasses of limoncello.
Correct. If you're in UC Davis and you're a college student, beware that you should maybe learn how to read the signs. Mm-hmm. Stop drinking while you can still read.
Yes.
I think that's very important.
No mojito pitchers.
Correct.
Just pictures.
And if you haven't found your sport yet or your passion, it might take you till 9th grade in high school. Okay? You learn, you chase things, you find things out about yourself. Never stop learning, never stop chasing. Believe in it.
To quote Journey, never stop believing.
Don't
stop. Damn it. I didn't land the
All right, let's do that. Let's bring it back.
To quote Journey, don't stop believing.
Boom! And that's what we leave you guys here on the Positivity Report. Remember, positivity is an active choice. You choose it every single day. Call somebody, text them, tell them you love them. It matters. It's way easier to love than hate. Find the good. We'll see you tomorrow.